Hello board game brothers and sisters, and welcome to another video where I'll be letting you know of Kickstarters launching this week. If you want to know more about these Kickstarters, be sure to check out Reddit because I have a post there going into the next 30 days of Kickstarters, and you can also see what people have to say in the comments. So the first game I have for you is being released on May 25th, and it's called 𝗚𝗏𝗄𝗃 by Steeped Games. And this is actually an expansion to the original game 𝗚. This expansion adds new double-sided player boards that have abilities on each side, and each time you use the player board, it flips to the other side, changing the ability that you have to use. This is compatible with the core game and the solo and co-op mode. So for May 26th, we have Kemet, Blood and Sand, and in this game, 2 to 5 Egyptian gods are going to command their troops and war over control of Egypt. This game takes 1 to 2 hours to play, and although it is a re-release, it's much more than just a reprint. So this is a completely brand new edition with new artwork and new rules. One thing that's really amazed me about this is that 𝗏𝗏𝗄𝗃 has been really engaged with the community when defining the new rule set, and you can go ahead and check BGG to find their 1.5 rule set that this new version is going to be based upon. Since this is an already established game, you can also find a lot of gameplay videos and reviews if you're interested to know more. Also on the 26th, we have Salt and Bones, which is a 2-player competitive game, and it takes about 15 to 25 minutes to play. In this game, you're going to be one of 2 captains locked in a duel with an opponent's ship. You'll be taking turns drafting from a shared deck, drawing cards to attack the other player. As the battle wages, the board's going to get smaller and smaller as the ships get destroyed, which is going to affect your strategies throughout the game. Also on the 26th, we have 𝗚𝗏𝗄𝗃 Champions of the 𝗚𝗏𝗃, and this is an arena contest skirmish miniatures game for 2 to 4 players, and it combines champions from all different genres and history against each other. Battle for this game is resolved through a combination of dice rolling, item cards, and resource management. Next we have Bristol 1350 Race Against Black Death by Facade Games, and Facade Games makes a lot of very well received games for large player groups, and this one plays 2 to 9 players and takes about 20 to 40 minutes to play. In this game, the Black Plague is spreading through Bristol, and you're going to try to escape to safety. You're going to be doing this by racing through the streets on apple carts with other villagers. This is part cooperative, part racing strategy, and part deduction because some of the villagers on your cart might actually have the plague already and they're hiding their symptoms. And you're going to have to do whatever means necessary to survive. This is the 4th volume in the Dark Cities series by Facade Games, and previous volumes included 𝗟𝗏 1692, 𝗵𝗏𝗃 1667, and 𝗏𝗵𝗲𝗹𝗀 1876. All these games have been really well received and their components look great, so you can expect the same for this game. Next we have another expansion, and it's called Promoted, and this is for the game Good Cop, Bad Cop. In this expansion, you can earn medals for your heroism throughout the game. Those medals are then used to get promotions, which grant unique abilities to the player who gets them. Also on the 26th, 𝗏𝗏𝗃 is launching their first volume of 𝗏𝗏𝗃 comics, and these are illustrated comics for 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗀, 𝗏𝗏𝗃 Invader, and �cthulhu Death May Die. This campaign is focused on the comics, but it's also going to be offering new minis for these games featuring the characters and the stories. And the last campaign I want to cover for the 26th is Tantrum House's Season 7 campaign. And if you're not familiar with Tantrum House, they are a board game media group that provides family-friendly reviews and previews. You can expect their campaign to offer promo material for different games, but the pledges are also going to go towards supporting their channel, so if you like their channel and want to support them, definitely check that out and get some nice promos or even just leave a donation. For May 27th, we have the Emerald Flame, and it plays 1 to 4 players and contains about 4 to 10 hours of gameplay. This is a narrative tabletop puzzle game. Players are going to be taking the role of historical experts, embarking on a quest to piece together the recipe for a fabled elixir. To do this, you'll be investigating maps, drawings, diagrams, and mysterious artifacts. If you're interested in this, you can actually check out their previous game called 𝗚𝗏𝗄𝗃, which they released in the same genre. On May 28th, we have Nemesis Lockdown by Awakened Realms, and it plays 1 to 5 players and takes about 1.5 to 3 hours to play. This is a standalone sequel to their previous game Nemesis, and from my understanding you can mix the characters, but I think there's very minimal overlap over these 2 games. Gameplay for this will be very similar to Nemesis, except players are going to be taken to a whole new location, a secret base on Mars, and there's going to be some new mechanisms added such as a multi-level board, advanced computer actions, a hatch system, power and lighting to different areas, contingency procedures, and there's also going to be a new alien race. So I have 2 more games for you that are releasing this week, but I don't actually have the exact dates for these. The first one is 18DO Dortmund, and this looks like a pretty heavyweight game, and it plays 2 to 5 players and takes 3 to 6 hours to play. And in this game, players are investors with a keen interest in breweries and railways. Players are going to run their own railway, collecting coal, steel, and dividends. Later in the game, players can actually found their own breweries and grow them into large companies that pay dividends of their own. At the end of the game, the richest player wins. There's quite a lot of info on the gameplay on their BGG page, so make sure to check that out if you're interested to know more. The final game I have for you this week is called Maztec, and it takes 40 to 120 minutes to play. And in this game, 1 to 4 archaeologists are hired by governments from around the world to investigate a temple of a strange civilization. And in this game, you're going to be placing puzzle pieces to build temples and place gems. Whoever gets rid of their gems first wins the game, and this game supports team and player-based competitive modes as well as a solo mode. There's quite a lot more info on the rules on the BGG page, so if you're interested to know more, check it out. So this is the part of the video where I let you know what I backed last week, and I actually didn't back anything. There's definitely a lot of nice games released last week, but at the same time I have quite a lot of games already still wanting to be played. So at this point I really need to be excited about a game if I'm going to be backing it. But I'm interested to hear if you backed anything last week, so leave a comment below. And as usual, if you found this helpful, you can support the channel by liking and subscribing, and just remember to keep that shelf cluttered and the table full.